Dive into the ultimate Bible quiz challenge. Join us for an exciting quiz that will put your biblical knowledge to the test. Get ready for a fun and educational journey through the scriptures. Don't forget to subscribe for more. Question 1. What did Rebekah have on her head when she met Abraham's servant by the well? The answer is a veil. For she had said unto the servant, What man is this that walketh in the field to meet us? And the servant had said, It is my master. Therefore she took a veil, and covered herself. Genesis 24 verse 65. Question 2. What did Moses' hand become when he put it into his bosom as a sign from God? The answer is, leprous, and the Lord said furthermore unto him, Put now thine hand into thy bosom. And he put his hand into his bosom, and when he took it out, behold, his hand was leprous as snow. Exodus 4 verse 6. Question 3. What did King David say about his trust in God during times of trouble as recorded in Psalm 27? The answer is, The Lord is my light and my salvation, whom shall I fear? A Psalm of David. The Lord is my light and my salvation, whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life, of whom shall I be afraid? Psalms 27 verse 1. Question 4. How many stones did David gather in preparation to fight the giant? The answer is 5, and he took his staff in his hand, and chose him 5 smooth stones out of the brook, and put them in a shepherd's bag which he had, even in a scrip, and his sling was in his hand, and he drew near to the Philistine. 1 Samuel 17 verse 40. Question 5. Which prophet was told to marry a prostitute? The answer is Hosea. The beginning of the word of the Lord by Hosea. And the Lord said to Hosea, Go, take unto thee a wife of whoredoms and children of whoredoms, for the land hath committed great whoredom, departing from the Lord. Hosea 1 verse 2. Question 6. What was the name of the place where Abraham was to sacrifice Isaac? The answer is Mount Mariah, and he said, Take now thy son, thine only son Isaac, whom thou lovest, and get thee into the land of Moriah, and offer him there for a burnt offering upon one of the mountains, which I will tell thee of. Genesis 22 verse 2. Question 7. Who was the cupbearer to the king of Persia who rebuilt the walls of Jerusalem? The answer is Nehemiah. And I said unto the king, If it please the king, and if thy servant have found favor in thy sight, that thou wouldest send me unto Judah, unto the city of my father's sepulchres, that I may build it. Nehemiah 2 verse 5. Question 8. Who led the Israelites out of Egyptian bondage? The answer is Moses. Come now therefore, and I will send thee unto Pharaoh, that thou mayest bring forth my people the children of Israel out of Egypt. Exodus 3 verse 10. Question 9. What did God use to guide the Israelites through the wilderness at night? The answer is a pillar of fire, and the Lord went before them by day in a pillar of a cloud, to lead them the way, and by night in a pillar of fire, to give them light, to go by day and night. Exodus 13 verse 21. Question 10. What was the name of Isaac's wife? The answer is Rebekah, and Isaac brought her into his mother Sarah's tent, and took Rebekah, and she became his wife, and he loved her, and Isaac was comforted after his mother's death. Genesis 24 verse 67. Question 11. What is the new name given to Daniel before he was trained in the language and literature of the Babylonians? The answer is Belteshazzar. Unto whom the prince of the eunuchs gave names, for he gave unto Daniel the name of Belteshazzar, and to Hananiah of Shadrach, and to Mishael of Meshach, and to Azariah of Abednego. Daniel 1 verse 7. Question 12. Who interpreted dreams for the Pharaoh of Egypt? The answer is Joseph. And there was there with us a young man, an Hebrew, servant to the captain of the guard, and we told him, and he interpreted to us our dreams, to each man according to his dream he did interpret. And it came to pass, as he interpreted to us, so it was, me he restored unto mine office, and him he hanged. Genesis 41 verses 12 to 13. Question 13. What was Paul's profession? The answer is tent maker. And because he was of the same craft, he abode with them, and wrought, for by their occupation they were tent makers. Acts 18 verse 3. Question 14. Who was the prophet that was fed by ravens? The answer is Elijah, and it shall be, that thou shalt drink of the brook, and I have commanded the ravens to feed thee there. So he went and did according unto the word of the Lord, for he went and dwelt by the brook Cherith, that is before Jordan. And the ravens brought him bread and flesh in the morning, and bread and flesh in the evening, and he drank of the brook. 1 Kings 17 verses 4 to 6. Question 15. How many times a day did Daniel pray with his windows open? The answer is 3. Now when Daniel knew that the writing was signed, he went into his house, and his windows being open in his chamber toward Jerusalem, he kneeled upon his knees 3 times a day, and prayed, and gave thanks before his God, as he did aforetime. Daniel 6 verse 10. Question 16. What did the angel say to the women at the tomb? The answer is, do not be afraid. And the angel answered and said unto the women, Fear not ye, for I know that ye seek Jesus, which was crucified. He is not here, for he is risen, as he said. Come, see the place where the Lord lay. And go quickly, and tell his disciples that he is risen from the dead, and, behold, he goeth before you into Galilee, there shall ye see him. Lo, I have told you. Matthew 28 verses 5 to 7. Question 17. Who was taken by God so that he did not see death? The answer is Enoch, and Enoch walked with God, and he was not, for God took him. Genesis 5 verse 24. Question 18. Where did Jesus ascend into heaven in the presence of his disciples? The answer is Mount of Olives. And when he had spoken these things, while they beheld, he was taken up, and a cloud received him out of their sight. And while they looked steadfastly toward heaven as he went up, behold, 2 men stood by them in white apparel, which also said, Ye men of Galilee, why stand ye gazing up into heaven? This same Jesus, which is taken up from you into heaven, shall so come in like manner as ye have seen him go into heaven. Then returned they unto Jerusalem from the mount called Olivet, which is from Jerusalem a Sabbath day's journey. Acts 1 verses 9 to 12. Question 19. According to Psalms 18, what did King David declare about God lighting his candle in times of darkness? The answer is, God would lighten his darkness, for thou wilt light my candle, the Lord my God will enlighten my darkness. Psalms 18 verse 28. Question 20. Andrew was a part of the group of disciples that Jesus sent out in pairs to do what? The answer is, preach and heal. And when he had called unto him his 12 disciples, he gave them power against unclean spirits, to cast them out, and to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease. Now the names of the 12 apostles are these: the first, Simon, who is called Peter, and Andrew his brother, James the son of Zebedee, and John his brother, Philip, and Bartholomew, Thomas, and Matthew the publican, James the son of Alphaeus, and Lebbaeus, whose surname was Thaddeus, Simon the Canaanite, and Judas Iscariot, who also betrayed him. Matthew 10 verses 1 to 4. Question 21. What happened to the seeds that fell among thorns in the parable? The answer is, choked by thorns, and some fell among thorns, and the thorns grew up, and choked it, and it yielded no fruit. Mark for verse 7. Kindly let us know how many questions you got right in the comment section below. And also, we respectfully request that you support us by subscribing to our channel and hitting the like button. Your assistance enables us to share the gospel further. See you guys in our next video.